Hi and welcome back to Mr. Allred's 5 Minutes On. Today I'm going to be talking about the concept of break even. It's arguably the most important concept in business. It's in GCSE, it's in A-level, it's in BTEC, it's in CamTech, it's in every single specification. It's quite a big topic, so I'm going to break it down today. We're really going to focus on why break even, the definition and the formula of break even, and again that's applicable across all course lines. So let's start then with what is break even? Well, break even is the point in which my revenue is equal to my total cost. So what's that actually mean? Well, really it's a number of products. A number of products I need to sell in order to cover my costs. So how many products do I have to be able to sell to mean that I am not making a loss? Now at this point, I'm also not making a profit. I'm breaking even, I'm at zero. My revenue is equal to my total cost. Now, that's a bit of a weird thing. People say, well, business is about making profit. It is, but lots of businesses struggle for survival, especially new businesses, in the first 3 to 5 years. Most new businesses will fail within the first 5 years. So break even becomes a really important target for these people. It's a really important target to look at, to say, let's hit that measure, let's break even, let's ensure that the business survives in the long term. And in any time that you might see periods of economic decline or periods where the business is struggling, break even becomes a legitimate target for them. Okay, so let's get into how we calculate break even. Now, break even is calculated by fixed costs divided by contribution per unit. So what's contribution per unit? Well, contribution per unit is our selling price minus the variable cost per unit. So people might say it's profit. It's not profit. Contribution is not profit because we have these fixed costs to go at, to look at, to talk about. Okay, now these fixed costs I have to pay for. I have to pay for regardless of how many sales I'm making, regardless of how many products I sell. I have to pay for these. So what contribution is the bit that's left over that contributes towards paying for those fixed costs. And once I hit break even, contribution per unit then contributes to how much profit I'm going to be making. So each time I sell a product, I contribute some money towards covering the fixed costs or towards my profit. Now, the big mistake lots of people make with break even is how they express the answer. They express the answer as money, or they express it as a percentage. That isn't the case. It's in the definition. It's the number of products. It's a number of products it takes me to cover my costs. So therefore it's expressed as a number of products, and that's a really, really important thing to make sure you get right. If you put pounds in your exam, in the answer, you wouldn't get the right answer. You would get zero. The other thing to remember about break even is often it is expressed as a decimal. So it might come out, for example, as 244.6 products. Well, I can't sell 0.6 of a product. So what we have to do with break even is either leave it as it is, 244.6, or we round that number up. We go up to the highest next whole figure because I can't sell 0.6 of a product. And that's the same as if it comes out below 0.5, because often in maths you'd say, well, you round down if it's below 0.5. That's not the case. We always round up. And that's because it's not until that 245th unit, that next product, that I break even. And therefore it's that unit that I want to be talking about. It's not 244 below it. It needs to be that unit of 245th unit that I break even in. So why do we calculate break even? Well, break even is a massive target, as I said, especially for survival. It can provide motivation. I can build appraisal and remuneration packages on the back of that, and I can enable my workers to work towards this target for me. It helps me making decisions, especially in production. If I know how many products I need to break even, I know how many products I need to make, and therefore I know how many products I have to make in a certain day, a certain week, a certain month. Again, builds into that target, but tells me more accurately where I'm going and how I'm doing. It's a planning tool in that respect. More than just a planning tool, it's an evaluation tool. It allows me to look at my costs, look at my prices, and to evaluate using something called what if analysis to change some of those figures. See, can we get a cheaper supplier? Can we find cheaper rent? Can we increase our price? Can we decrease our price? And what's the impact therefore on break even? And therefore what decision can we make on the back of that? Finally, break even allows me to calculate profit much easier, because if I know that I've got a certain number of products that I need to sell, and I'm above that, I have a greater margin of safety, something that's above that, say it's 1,000 products, I can then calculate the profit based on those greater than 1,000 products, and it makes that my calculation of profit much easier and much simpler to analyze and to look at. As I said, this is a big topic. There's much more to break even, including break even graphs and diagrams, which we'll be going through in a later video. If you please like the video and please subscribe to the channel.